What's your go-to when somebody says, Mike, what do you want for your birthday? What's your kind of go-to?
Man, I don't really ask for much. Honestly, it's probably just like I just want to play video games or something, be left alone for a little while. But no,
Spoken like a dad.
yeah, right. I really enjoy spending time with the kids, honestly, and my wife. And you know, my kids are more excited for my birthday than I am most times. They're like, I got you this, you know, made this card for you, or I want you to put this on your wall. So you know, that's really exciting for me to, you know, see how excited they are.
Mike, it seemed like in the New York game and kind of gradually as it's gone on, you guys are getting a little bit more intentional about pushing. What do you think? What's that process been like, just to get everybody starting to think in that manner and try to apply it in games?
It's been a process that for a lot of guys, you know, it's a different kind of structure. We're all used to running, you know, just randomly, different guys picking the ball up and going. But when you're trying to adapt to one or two guys pushing it and other guys running, it takes time. I think that we've done a really good job of you know, throwing that kick ahead pass, but understanding when we do it, you know, the spacing still needs to be at a certain, you know, level. We have to get the spacing correct, and you know, don't just throw it ahead. Just throw it ahead. If there's nothing there, you might have to dribble it up. You know, just understanding different reads that are there. So I think it's something that we're gonna work on this preseason and early part of the year.
Do you think, is there part of it is when you are playing that way, and especially when you're first starting to play that way, that some turnovers are going to come with the territory a little bit, and just like, you know, that's going to be a little bit of a cost of doing business to try and get things going?
Yeah, turnovers will happen. We talked about it today in film about, you know, there's some turnovers that are deemed good turnovers. You know, I think that when you're making the right play, or, you know, the guy's rim running and you throw it just outside the reach of their hand, you're either getting a layup or maybe it goes out of bounds, but you're not getting a live ball turnover at the top of the key, or, you know, something that leads to a transition bucket. So if we can, you know, just be okay with the mistakes, be okay with the good mistakes, like I said, just trying to make the right reads, we'll get better and better at it and more comfortable.
Is it kind of refreshing to get back to this type of like fast-paced play? I mean, I think of like the Memphis teams you were on, where it was rebound, find Mike, and then go.
Yeah. Kind
of disappeared a little bit with Utah and when you got here. Like, is it kind of just refreshing to get back to just being the point guard that brings the ball up on fast breaks?
It is. It definitely does. It does a lot for you as a guard, just being able to just kind of have more command of the game and better feel for the game. I think you stay in rhythm a lot easier, and a lot more, you know, opportunities come for your teammates. You know, you can get guys easier opportunities. You're not having to stress on, you know, so much half-court offense and manufacturing baskets for guys, or make or miss shots. It's more about getting layups and getting, you know, easy looks in transition, and hopefully that's what we're trying to accomplish.
I mean, I know they all like believe in you and believe that you're going to pass the ball and like spread it around, but like, what were those conversations like when you're like, no, just give it to me and let me do the point guard thing?
They've all been receptive, obviously. It's about like when they get into games, kind of not letting their instincts take over.
Yeah.
You know, I think all of us have natural instincts to the game, and a lot of our instincts are to kind of follow that ball and go towards it, you know, every rebound somebody gets. So it's trying to break that habit. Like they can tell me they want me to, you know, bring the ball up all they want, but if they can't snap out of their habits, then it's going to be tough. But they're doing a good job of working on that and trying to make it easier for me and the team.
We've seen Ian, you know, work on his post-up game, talk about it over the summer, and we've seen a couple preseason games here. And Finch was saying, you know, you guys will be kind of incorporating as an accent to what you do. And there weren't many things that were called to try to get in advantageous positions. When it comes to like when he's in that area, what are some of the responsibilities of the other guys? What do you need to do around him to help him maximize those situations, especially if he maybe has a mismatch?
Yeah. Well, one, I think I'm big on spacing, obviously, and our cutting and being able to read where he is on the floor, because he posts up. He can post up anywhere. You know, the nail, both wings. You know, wherever it is, you have to be able to recognize it and cut, bring, you know, help away from him. And we all know they're going to probably double him. They're going to probably send guys at him, but make it to where it's easier for him to read, easier for him to find the outlets, But we have to take up those spaces to give him better chances. And like I said, spacing is key for him because it makes the game a lot easier for him to read and easier for him to kind of attack and know, who's going to be where and where he can get his shot off.
How much, when it comes to this, playing with pace a little more, do you just all have to kind of stay on each other or remind each other, hey, get down the floor? We saw, like, I think maybe Julius and Ann kind of talking to each other at one point the other night, like, hey, we got to get down the floor. We're trying to do this. Like, just staying on top of each other, the communication that requires.
Yeah, it's a level of accountability that we have to really kind of hammer down. As teammates, we have to continue to push each other, and we get. I mean, it's human nature. We get tired out there playing defense. You play hard, and then they score it, and you just let your guard down for a second. You want to rest, but those are opportunities for us to get back out in transition and attack. And we're trying to do a much better job of kind of letting that last play go and moving forward and kind of getting back to getting that ball out of bounds really quickly and finding something offensively as soon as we can.